Tinubu should resign immediately by tomorrow if his Chicago State certificate turns out to be forged. Osita Chidoka. Hello everyone, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Osita Chidoka said Tinubu should resign immediately by tomorrow if his Chicago State University certificate turns out to be forged. He said, I speak as a Nigerian that he took the courageous activism of Abubakar Atiku, to force the discovery of information concerning the President of Nigeria is a disgrace to our national institutions. As a nation, we have a full routine of staff at the Department of the State Security, the National Intelligence Agency, the Independent National Electoral Commission, the Embassy of Nigeria, with the full complement of staff in Washington, D.C., and the Nigerian judiciary that have variously ruled on matters concerning President Tinubu's academic qualifications, yet we cannot have a definite conclusion about whether he has the academic qualifications he claimed he had or not disgraced. That all the aforementioned institutions allowed a man to be sworn in without definitive statements about his qualifications in a national tragedy. For 23 years, the issue of President Tinubu has been a recurring decimal in our national equation. Under his reign, a current youth corps member is serving as minister, and the people under investigation by the EFCC and the member and made public are sitting on the Federal Executive Council, and they all passed through security screening. The office of the President of Nigeria is so important, both in its moral authority and its strategic importance to our national security and safety, that nobody who has possible blind spots that can make him or her a potential asset for foreign intelligence or government should be allowed a mine near that office. This should be a primary burden on our nation in national institutions. The legal technicalities and the silence by state institutions should be deemed high treason. It highlights my previous statement that a constitutional amendment to finish all electoral cases before the assumption of office is now a matter of urgent, the national priority. The current disgraceful proceedings against a Nigerian president in a foreign country under election petition matters are damaging to our collective moral and legal standing as a people. If it turns out tomorrow that our president presented a forged certificate to INEC, Nigerians will bow down their heads globally in shame. On the other hand, if it turns out that its certificate is genuine, again, our reputation as a people is still in tatters because of the failure of the national institutions to perform due diligence, no matter who is involved. On both courts, it reinforces global perceptions and prejudice against Nigerians. We all bear the burden. A forged certificate finding leaves President Tinubu in a vulnerable position morally and legally, as he did not present primary and secondary certificates to INEC. A forged Chicago State University certificate makes him unqualified to stand for the office of president, as he does not possess the minimal qualification of S1, 3, 1D in bracket of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Of course, the next issue is the case of perjury, the presentation of false documents under oath. How INEC accepted a university degree without a qualifying certificate will continue to be a national mystery. A language in our electoral legislation to forestall such obvious infractions is required. The decision of the district court and the whole proceedings is not a moment of triumphalism, but a sober moment of introspection. It is a moment when, as a nation, we ask ourselves, what are our national values? Who or which institution should have ordered the full investigation of the questionable certificate? Considering that he did not present a primary or secondary certificate, should our court be concerned with the technicality of the trending process of the Chicago State certificate, or the disgrace and the global moral damage a forged certificate would wrought on Nigeria? Why did our national security system not conduct a discreet investigation and advise the candidate and INEC about the status of his certificates? A few years ago, the DSS is an act of institutional independence and courage. They wrote to the Senate to reject Police Commissioner Mogu as the EFCC chairman, not minding his nomination by a sitting president. This was based on their intelligence report of his nefarious conduct that plays into significance against a possible forgery case by a president. Why the silence now? For me, the issue is beyond legalism. If and that is big. If the certificate is forged, President Tinubu should resign immediately. It is not legal matter, but a national honor and moral issue. If it does not, the National Assembly should do the needful to restore our dignity as a people. I also expect the Supreme Court to rise to the occasion and restore order to our electoral process. If the certificate is not forged, the President should conduct a wide-ranging reorganization of our national security system for failure to save the Nigeria from this needless embarrassment and reputational damage. So guys, what's your take on this? Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section, please. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you.